Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the next in our series of Meet the Vendor. And today we have Raymond from eazyBI, who's going to tell us all about eazyBI and the latest updates and what we can do these days with business intelligence. It's quite amazing. So thanks for joining us, Raymond.
Thank you. Good afternoon for you. Good morning for us. So I'm Raymond Simonovskis, founder of eazyBI. So started it 12 years ago, and we are located in the opposite side of the world in North Europe, in Latvia, and it's nice to meet you today.
Yeah, fantastic. So yeah, can't wait to hear all about the latest updates. Obviously, we've been using eazyBI for some time, some of our clients, getting that insight and visibility into what's going on in the Atlassian world. But yeah, what have you got to tell us today?
Let me give you a short overview of eazyBI for Jira analysis and visualization. And so at first, eazyBI is a general purpose business intelligence app for data analysis and visualization. But the key differentiator is that it has a standard and deep Jira and Confluence integration. And with eazyBI, you can analyze data using different measures like issues created, resolved, hours spent, number of workflow transitions, time spent in workflow statuses, etc. And then you can analyze these different measures by different dimensions, like by projects, by issue types, assignees, priorities, etc. Then you can create for pivot table style charts and analyze the data and use different filtering criteria, as well as use conditional cell formatting. And when you have selected the data you are interested in, you can visualize the data using different chart types, like bar charts, line charts, pie charts, scatter type charts, and also mix different chart styles, use conditional formatting there as well. And then you can combine different charts in nice looking dashboards that you would like to share. And in any chart, in any report, you can also explore the details. You can drill into the details in any slice of the data and see the detailed list of issues that are counted there, or you can drill across other dimensions to explore the details, and you can always identify the root causes of some trends that you have identified. And then when you have built these charts, you can share them with other users, and you can share and publish them on Jira dashboards or on Confluence pages, or you can create dashboard email subscriptions if you'd like to regularly receive your dashboards in your email inbox. As well as you can create a wallboard style dashboards that you would like to publish on public monitors. And eazyBI has a standard integration with Jira software, service management, Confluence, as well as it has integrations with other Atlassian apps like Bamboo, Bitbucket, Advanced Roadmaps, as well as we create standard integrations with many other popular marketplace apps like Tempo timesheets, several test management apps from X-Ray or Zephyr, and calculated custom fields from ScriptRunner or JiraMIS custom fields, and other apps like Elements Connect or Project Track.
It's quite incredible when you think about the variety of data that you can get your hands on, because once you're running the Atlassian platform and you've got multiple teams, so your service desk team can have their own set of reports, the testing team, the project team, you can look at your portfolio, look at your time and how you're utilizing it. I mean, it's just amazing the potential of simply having eazyBI and the Atlassian platform connected. Quite incredible.
Well, that's our goal, that each Atlassian product or also apps have some standard reporting capabilities, but with eazyBI, you can bring all those data together and analyze them, how they relate each to other, as well as you can bring some other external data sources as well into eazyBI using REST API data import or SQL databases, and then combine the data there as well. So to create a combined dashboard for you to see how all it relates together.
Yeah,
and one of our main guiding principles when developing eazyBI is that we want to make simple things easy, but complex things still possible. And over time, some of the things that initially were complex, we try to make them simpler and easier for you to use. And that's one of the guiding principles when we are developing new features. And the other guiding principle is that eazyBI as a product is the same everywhere. So it's the same product both on the server and data center as on the cloud. So currently, the latest version for the server and data center was released in November. But on the cloud, we are developing and improving all the time eazyBI and releasing new features. And currently, and then we are testing some new features out, getting some initial feedback. And now currently we are finalizing the new version for server and data center, which will be released very soon. And it will be eazyBI version 7 still for server, until server is available, and for data center. And so we are still supporting customers wherever they are, as well as we are supporting any migrations between server to data center or to cloud. And you can still use the same setup, the same reports, and they are easily migratable between different platforms. And so I wanted to give some overview of some latest improvements and additions to eazyBI. So one thing is that we try to identify which are some typical use cases for eazyBI and which could be some new measures for typical use cases. And one of the new measures that we recently added to eazyBI is average days assigned or average work days assigned that you would like to analyze for a particular assignee, how long time some issues were assigned to. And then you can compare and create, for example, in this example, some scatter charts, average days assigned versus number of issues resolved by a particular assignee. The other improvement was when building reports, there are a lot of, and building charts, there are a lot of customization capabilities that you can change the visualization styles, colors, some symbols, axes where it's assigned to. And previously it was not quite clear what you have customized, which are default selections. Now we indicate in all the selected options what are the current selections, so it's easier to understand. We are improving the integrations with other apps as well. And so recently, in recent months, we have been improving our integration with Tempo timesheets and adding Tempo status and reviewer dimensions that you can use in your reports, as well as we improved the integration with Tempo Cloud using their more performant new API version 4. As well as we are improving, we have improved the X-ray test management integration by adding incremental data imports, support for calculated custom fields, and additional defect status and priority dimensions. Then we also improved and added DevOps metrics analytics in the cloud. So several years ago, we already integrated with the Bitbucket server and the Bamboo server on the server and data center side, so that you can get the standard DevOps metrics out of these products. And recently, we implemented that as well by integrating with the Bitbucket Cloud and GitHub Cloud. So in the Jira import options, you can authorize the access to your Bitbucket Cloud or GitHub Cloud accounts. And then you can get the standard metrics like number of builds created, build change failure rate, so how many what was the average development time, review time, what was the build time, etc. So you can get a lot of different metrics out of your DevOps tools. And just want to shortly mention that in addition to integrating with Atlassian ecosystem, we are also exploring other data sources. And recently we created integration with Monday.com. We are also adding new possibilities how to share created reports and dashboards. And recently we created a possibility that you can share eazyBI dashboards on Jira Service Management portal for your internal or external customers. So for example, if you have created some dashboards showing how well you are serving your customer tickets, then you can publish them to your customers, so some specific customer management, for example, that they can review the statistics of the service management data. So the next is a new functionality that's recently was released on the cloud and will be available in the new eazyBI version 7 on the data center as well, is conditional report alerts. So previously there was already a possibility that you can create a conditional cell formatting in eazyBI reports. And so typical example is that some measure you would like to color code in different colors. For example, if it's okay, then it's green. If it's a warning, it should be yellow or orange. And if it's bad, then it's red. And probably if some data point changes to these warning or red areas, you would like to be notified about it. And now you can specify that you would these ranges are alert ranges, and you can save this definition, and then users can subscribe to alerts from these reports. And whenever some measure moves into this alert zone, you will get an email notification that after the data synchronization, that this measure value has changed to that area. And then you can go back and explore this particular report. So then one more example on the complex things possible is that it's calculated time hierarchies. As in the eazyBI, there is a standard functionality that you can create different time hierarchies, like by month and days, by weeks, create fiscal hierarchies. But then we had some very specific questions that someone wanted to create very specific time hierarchies where you're grouping by month and then by weeks, then sometimes 4 weeks together, sometimes 5 weeks together. And then it's hard to create with some checkboxes and selections how to generate these time hierarchies. And then for these complex use cases, we created a possibility that you can write a custom JavaScript code which will generate this time hierarchy. You can preview it, test it, and you can use it. So for these things, I will provide some examples, and most often you can contact our support how to create them, but now at least that's possible to create any type of time hierarchy that's necessary for your business. Yeah.
It's amazing. I'm sitting here thinking to myself, it's all these additions and, additional functionality and just all the extra ways. And for regular viewers of this sort of webinar series will be, because we always get to hear about all the updates. And it's just mind-boggling how quickly you guys move. And just all the pieces of functionality that we kind of wish we had, it just arrives. It's just
great.
It's an exciting field to be operating in, Raymond. It really is.
So we're happy. We're happy, ourselves as well. So to make new great features. So then one more example on the complex things possible is that you can create different time hierarchies. And as in the eazyBI, there is a standard functionality that you can create different time hierarchies. Like by month and days, by weeks, then sometimes 4 weeks together, sometimes 5 weeks together. And then for this complex use cases, we created a possibility that you can write a So the next one is some improvement in the dashboard email subscription area. As in eazyBI, you can subscribe to dashboards that you would like. For example, each working day in 8 a.m. in the morning, that's dashboard is exported and emailed to you. And now there are several improvements that at first we made some status shown that you can review that what was the last time when it was sent to you, and if there was any error, either because of some email sending failed or something like that, it will be visible. But the additional thing is that what some Jira admins have been asking us, that quite often there in some organizations, maybe some top managers are not coming to Jira and they just want everything for them to set up by admins. And therefore, we created a possibility that admins can set up dashboard email subscriptions for other users, for any user. Then they can search from the users list and create these dashboard email subscriptions for other users, save it, and then when it's created, then you can also, admins can see all the users who have currently subscribed to these dashboard email subscriptions and review what is there. Then the next one is that we also are working on improving how new users or existing users can learn about eazyBI. And now we recently released in the cloud, and it will be available in the server data center versions as well in the future, the eazyBI product tours. That in many pages, the product tour is available, that you can go from the help menu, and it will go and describe and explain what is where and what you can do, and with a link to the corresponding documentation pages. And then you can go through the main building blocks in each page and read about that and learn more about that. And we are going to, and for some new users, these product tours will be started automatically. And then we have created a framework how to define and build these new product tours, and we'll create them in other different areas, how to make this learning of eazyBI more interactive and when you need it.
Yeah, I guess key scenario, because when you want to put together a detailed report, there's a fair bit to it. So trying to ease the access, because I can just see a point where you want a lot of reports because it's all connected to your live data, and you want to be able to share that effectively. But then ultimately, you want to create new ones and modify those existing ones as easily and quickly as possible. And there are so many features to get your head around. So good to hear you making steps in that direction.
Yeah. The next is that in addition to new features, we are trying to explore and find out how we can improve the performance and scaling of eazyBI as well. And one of the recent improvement is regarding the scalability for large data volumes. And so currently, so when you are importing and creating eazyBI accounts, for large data volumes, we were typically recommended that if you have hundreds of thousands or millions of Jira issues, then maybe create smaller eazyBI accounts, and then in each eazyBI account, import some subset of Jira projects so that the reports would be more performant. And it was limited by some standard database technologies, because so if these tables in eazyBI become too large, so then the queries become slower. Then we recently did exploration of some other analytical databases, and we selected one of the leading open source analytical databases, ClickHouse, and we created automatic data synchronization from eazyBI to this ClickHouse database. And now, so we have been using this solution already in our cloud, that for large eazyBI accounts, we automatically synchronize to the ClickHouse database. And now it could already handle 1 million or more issues per one eazyBI account, and it improves scalability of eazyBI. And this integration will be available in the upcoming eazyBI data center version as well, so that either you can install this open source ClickHouse database by yourself, or ClickHouse is available as a service on the Amazon AWS services as well. So if you have large data volumes, that will be good performance improvement.
Right.
And finally, we are also working all the time on improving our security and compliance. And we have been historically one of the first participants in Atlassian Cloud Fortified program. We have been participating in bug bounty programs by Bugcrowd and HackerOne. Then last year, we completed our SOC 2 Type 2 system implementation, and we got SOC 2 certified, and which proves that our cloud platform and our services are reliable and compliant to the SOC 2 requirements, and this helps to get trust for our cloud offerings. And finally, one more thing, that sometimes when you have boring status meetings, maybe you want to bring some more fun into it. And then regularly we have our hackathon days, and a couple months ago, before April's Fool's Day, so we thought that maybe we can make some new eazyBI comic style reports, so to make eazyBI more fun to look at. And we implemented that eazyBI comic style. So you can turn it on in settings, and then you can turn it on this comic style, and then you see all in comic style fonts, and all charts look like hand-drawn shaky charts. And yeah, that's available for your in the cloud, and will be available in the upcoming version 7 as well. So if admins want to prank all their users on April Fool's Day, then they can turn it on the 1st of April by default for all users if they want to.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, a lot of the time reports are very dry, and then yeah, you're having difficult conversations sometimes regarding them. Yeah, anything to lighten the load. There's a good plug-in for those who haven't seen it in Confluence, where you can get a Dilbert cartoon to show up every day, refresh every day in your Confluence, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I like this because sometimes it can be a bit serious. So yeah, play some jokes or just run it. That's how we report. It's good.
Yeah, so that was a short overview of eazyBI and what's new already in the cloud and will be available in the server and data center very soon. And yeah, so I hope that you'll enjoy that.
Thanks very much, Raymond. That was unreal. So I know those have already got eazyBI and already using it are very excited with some of those things that are upcoming. And for those who aren't using eazyBI or not using a BI platform currently, it's something really to have a look at. Because as you can see, it's really going to extend the onboard reporting that you've got and just gives you a whole new level of visibility. And as we can see, it's every function, every team can benefit from these reports, and we can share them far and wide. And as you all know, when you're looking at real data that's correct, you're going to make better decisions. It's all cumulative. So look, that was fantastic, Raymond. Really appreciate your time and running us through, eazyBI and those updates. Thank you very much.
Thank you for inviting me.